All right, I have a new Substack piece out. This is the foreword that I wrote to Oswald Spengler's 1933 book, The Hour of Decision. This is the last book that he wrote before he died. He died in 1936, and this is just a reprinting of the book by Legend Books, and this is what it looks like now. It's available on Amazon, and I was invited to write the foreword for it, which I'm publishing here. And what I'll do here is just read the first few paragraphs, and for those of you who want to read the rest of it on my Substack, subscriptions are still only $5 a month to get access to the paid content on my Substack. All right. This is a book about form. Indeed, the central idea of the work is a morphological description of the dissolution of the Western state as a form. What Oswald Spengler means by the word form is that a culture, when it is in form, functions exactly like a living organism. Think of an X-ray anatomy of an animal. It has a skeleton with nerve senses at the head end, locomotory limbs in the middle, and reproductive excretory organs at the other end. It has a digestive tract connecting one end to the other, and a circulatory system keeping it alive. That is a form. It is organized. It has a structure. The West, too, which Spengler terms Faustian civilization, has a form, or used to have one, at least a while back. It had the three essential estates of the nobility, the priesthood, and the bourgeoisie. The rest were the formless masses. It had a hierarchy within which everybody knew their place, and moreover, everyone was proud of their place. The blacksmith took great pleasure in his art, as did the tanner and the baker. The shoemaker and the tailor produced their products by hand, lovingly, and with great pride. When a culture is in form, it has a living structural morphology. Stanley Kubrick's 1975 film Barry Lyndon captures a portrait of the European world at its height, in the middle of the 18th century, perfectly. This is the age of Frederick the Great and his Austrian nemesis Marie-Therese. It is the age of the 7 Years' War, which put Prussia on the map as the great German power. In this society, there is a certain way of dressing, there is a certain way of speaking, there is a certain way of placing silverware. There is even a certain way of walking at a slow, measured, dignified pace. Everything and everyone is elegant, refined, and beautiful. In fact, there is beauty everywhere. Beautifully landscaped gardens in the shape of mazes, beautifully designed palaces such as Versailles or Sans Souci, beautiful clothing, beautiful wigs, beautiful paintings, and the entire milieu is saturated with the most highly refined and perfected classical music ever invented. Concerts, that is to say chamber music, are going on everywhere, all the time. Everyone plays a musical instrument of one sort or another and fills the air with vibrating tones of pure, luminous, platonic beauty. As Spengler puts it in this book, there is also an aristocracy of dynastic succession across generations, such as the Habsburgs or the Bourbons. Property is owned by people and handed down through families as a matter of course. The family itself has a structure. Men labor at perfecting whatever craft they have found themselves called to do, while women run the entire domestic sphere, organizing the servants, preparing the meals, and nurturing the children. In such a society, moreover, it is a matter of course that women produce as many children as possible, for they are essential for continuing the bloodline. There is no talk of limiting the population. Such an idea would be considered absurd, racial suicide, as Spengler puts it. That is a society in form. In other words, a living culture in the grand style. So I'll stop there. That's about a third of the essay, and you can read the rest of it on my Substack for $5 a month. And I also do astrology readings, so for those of you who are interested in astrology, contact me at johndavidebert@gmail.com. They are not free. And I'm also running a school. Right now we're about to begin on April 6th a course on Plato. We're going to read through the Pre-Socratics and 6 of Plato's best and most famous and most important dialogues. So that's the John David Ebert School for the Study of Culture, Cosmology, and the Arts that is on the website known as Teachable. All right, that's it. I'll see you on Substack.